At Creative Electron, we're known as the X-ray people, and no better example than the TruView Prime platform. Now, we have quite a few options for the TruView Prime, and the way we work is we work from an application first, and then we come to the solution, instead of trying to get our solution to mold to your application, right? What we've done here, we've collected a few different primes that meet applications requirements. Starting with this one here on my right, which is a TruView S. A TruView S is when you have a large sample. You need low magnification. To achieve that, what we do is we put a source on the top, the detector on the bottom, so that you can essentially open the door and place your sample right on top of the detector, so you have a very large field of view. The Prime A, which is right here behind me, it's A because it's the first product we developed, which is standard source on the bottom, detector on the top product, which gives us quite a bit of magnification. Great for print circuit boards, in other applications where you have an XY stage, you have Z movement, so that you can look at your samples with higher magnification as needed. Many years ago, we started doing counterfeit detection. It's been well over 10 years now. And for counterfeit detection or component counterfeit detection, we needed to X-ray each component on a tape, on a reel, right? For that, we created the TruView R, which is a variation of the TruView A. And the TruView R has the reels on both sides of the machine. The tape of components goes through, and we have a sprocket inside that moves the tape to X-ray each component on the reel. And then with software and image comparison, we're able to tell which components are suspect counterfeit and which are not. The TruView A can also be blended to TruView R platform, very powerful, very common system. And then the latest introduction to the product line is the TruView XL. The TruView XL allows us to inspect a 20-inch by 20-inch print circuit board, very large sample, or a ballistic plate, or whatever else you need, that laptop, right? Something that's very large, so 20 inches by 20 inches, on a very small cabinet. This cabinet is about 30 by 30 inches. The largest sample area that you can inspect in the smallest cabinet available. This system then has XY table on the X-ray source and XY table on the sensor. With that, you can also do Planar CT. The XL is when you have the ability to inspect a large sample, and the SDX, which is the software to get us a Planar CT. As you can see here, you can slice BGAs and do a very powerful BGA analysis. The other cool thing about the Prime is that it's a benchtop unit. Here we have standard cart that we offer with the Prime, or you can put it on top of your table, or any table that can take a 700-pound machine. And we also have custom carts that we add that we can customize to meet different requirements from our customers. With all that, TruView Prime is the most versatile platform in the market today. It's here to meet your needs, because with platforms like this, we can also add side ports for catheters to feed electrical power, pneumatics to your sample if you need to exercise inside of the cabinet. We can add other features like robots for high throughput inspection, and all that can be done within our TruView Prime platform. The other very interesting thing about the TruView Prime platform is that it carries our TruView 13 software, which has BGA inspection tools, image analysis, image comparison, pad voiding, and a bunch of other tools already embedded in the standard toolbox of our software. But also we have quite a few AI engines that can be customized for your specific sample. So not only we can add hardware inside the box, if you will, right, to move your samples in and out and manipulate to get the right image that you need, we can also add a layer of software for analysis. We've talked about before, right? It's all about moving the sample in and out, getting a good image, and then deciding what to do with the image. We can move the robots, actuators, conveyor belts, and all the other types of features that we have, your sample in and out of this X-ray cabinet. And then from a software perspective, we can do the analysis and find the defects that you're looking for. And then the same AI engine, or a customized one, we do that quite a bit, we can also make a decision, right, if the sample is good or bad. And then the same automation package can do something with that decision, right? We can have an actuator, for example, move the sample out of the conveyor belt. We can have a robot picking up the sample and put it somewhere else in a box. There's quite a few options that we can embed within this TruView Prime platform. If you want more information, feel free to reach us. Thanks for watching.